As the IBA Women's World Boxing Championships commence, India returned as a championship host country for the third time. Though India has been an arena for hosting several grand events, the IBA Women's Boxing Championship is surely one of them. New Delhi is hosting 350 boxers from over 74 countries around the globe between March 15 and 24, 2023. Not long ago, First Post reported on February 23 how almost 10 federations have boycotted the IBA World Boxing Championship in India, including the likes of United States, Ireland, Britain, Canada and Sweden. And the latest addition to the list is Ukraine. The mutual concerns, or we say boycotts, came because of the inclusion of Belarusian and Russian boxers competing in the event. More recently, the IBA World Boxing Championship 2023 appears to have become embroiled in a controversy after a video of a boxer named Donjeta Sadiku surfaced on social media on March 14. In a 1-minute video, she complains of not being allowed to participate in the event due to political reasons. Complains that she is being denied the right to represent her country with the state symbols at the 2023 World Boxing Championships India. Here's a glimpse through the video. The video has been uploaded and tweeted by the Kosovo Olympic Committee. Kosovo's president, Josa Osmani, has called it a violation of international sporting standards, and the culture minister of Kosovo, Hajrullah Seku, retweeted the KOC's post. But before KOC, minister's statement, and even the boxer, comes the very country of Kosovo. Lying on the Balkan Peninsula, Kosovo is a unilaterally declared independent nation from Serbia. Interestingly, its long-held independence came at the expense of the southern regions of Serbia, then the Republic of Yugoslavia, which were bombarded by NATO in 1999. To this date, since the self-declared independence of Kosovo from Serbia in 2008, India doesn't recognize Kosovo, the disputed territory. In another word, India has no diplomatic relations with Kosovo, which it considers part of Serbia. For a while, Donjeta Sadiku's 1-minute monologue, or to say the clip, raises suspicions that she was reading it from the teleprompter, but then they can be ignored because that is what we are doing at the moment. Anyways, the Kosovo Olympic Committee alleges that Sadiku has not been granted a visa because of political reasons. However, the Boxing Federation of India's president, Ajay Singh, has clearly stated that this is not the preserve of the BFI, but the prerogative of the government of India. The basic thing that needs to be known here is that when there are no diplomatic ties, there can be no visa issuance. Aside from the barrier, she is free to participate under the neutral flag, just that she can't carry the Kosovo flag, symbols and anthems due to protocol. In contrast to Kosovo, the Serbian Olympic Committee held protests in 2014 when Kosovo was granted recognition by the International Olympic Committee. The same IOC fails to recognize the athletes from Russia, Belarus and other allied states. Sometimes the stated reason is the doping charges and other time it is the invasion. One needs to see that the IBA is headed by a Russian sports functionary, Umar Kremlev. Umar Kremlev has been in charge of the presidency of the International Boxing Association since 2017. Only a day before the commencement of the IBA World Boxing Championship Women, Kremlev asked the IOC to seek the IBA's permission to conduct Olympic qualifiers for boxing. This was in response to the IOC's threat of boycotts. Interestingly, the IOC suspended IBA in 2019, stripping it of its involvement in the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, citing the IBA's governance, finance, refereeing and ethical issues. Time and again, it refuses to recognize IBA. During the inauguration of the IBA Women's World Boxing Championship, Umar Kremlev looked highly vocal against the IOC during his press conference in New Delhi on the sidelines of the World Women's Boxing Championship. Though he could be seen praising the host, India, and stating that it has become the capital of women's boxing. However, India appears to be the stage for a geopolitical battle between the two major sports associations. Pretty much now, USA Boxing has also jumped in and condemned the Russian-led International Boxing Association. The reason? IBA announced that its World Championship is the qualifiers for the Paris Olympics, of which, on the other hand, the International Olympic Committee claims to be the organizer. So what we see is a war of words between the IOC and IBA on the Indian platform, exerting pressure on the Boxing Federation of India and forcing it to choose a side. In an interesting approach, Kosovo's recognition lies either among some Islamic nations, NATO members, or some Western countries, making the big picture more clear. When configuring the demographics of Kosovo, 95.6% of the majority are adherents to Islam. It goes down as one of the reasons for its feud with the majority of the Serbs who are Eastern Orthodox. Public figures and celebrities of Albanian ethnicity like Dua Lipa and Rita Ora are finding their mentions in the tweets to raise their voices against the Indian government. No wonder in the coming days we see hashtag in solidarity with Donjeta Sadiku. Almost a year and a half ago, around September 9, 2021, Euroactiv, a pan-European news portal, came up with a headline in one of its articles targeting Indian sovereignty. It says, Kosovo urges India to recognize it and says it's not Kashmir. If this looks naive and bizarre for factions, then again we have Kosovo's president, Josa Osmani, who in his interaction with India's global news channel WION urges India to recognize Kosovo as an independent country, further emphasizing that Kosovo is not Kashmir. But what does that amplify? This looks problematic, but the answer lies in the statement. Kosovo is no Kashmir, because Kashmir is a state in India, not an independent state. Will it be acceptable for the government of India if one day Kashmir calls itself an independent nation and gets recognition amongst a bunch of West-led republics? Recognizing Kosovo only brings the vulnerability in Kashmir from the Western order. Not long ago, around November 25, 2022, grievances were being raised about the establishment of the India-Kosovo Commercial and Economic Office, to which response, MES spokesperson Arindam Bagchi, making the stance clear, issued a statement that India's position on Kosovo is well known and there is no change in it. The recent development indicates that it has been found that the Kosovan Boxer has withdrawn from the IBA World Boxing Championship in India, despite securing the visa and approval to take part in the event from the Indian government. Then the Kosovo Olympic Committee announced that she had withdrawn because she was not allowed to compete with national symbols, prompting a rejection by both KOC and the Kosovo Ministry of Culture. It again leaves the audience split on whether the player participation was an issue, whether recognition was the issue, or whether victimhood was a priority. Though with a video, Donjeta Sadiku expressed her disappointment, asked the government of India to reconsider its decision and to the point stated to allow her to compete for the Republic of Kosovo with all her rights. But what conclusions are derived from the analysis of the binding issues? Her participation as a boxer from Kosovo is never a matter of question. But the question lies in recognition of the Republic of Kosovo in regard to India's firm stand on the matter. Well, that's all for the pamphlet today. Do like the video, share the video and subscribe to our channel, The Pamphlet.